In today's Clash Royale video, I'm gonna show you guys the best deck for the new Community Royale tournament. It's the first time edition that this kind of tournament comes into Clash Royale. As you guys were seeing, maybe in the last couple of days, Supercell asked us community to ban 8 cards from the Royale tournament. As you guys can see, there's so many strong cards in there, like the Archqueen, the Miner, Lord, Phoenix, cards which are in every single deck, and you might ask yourself, Morten, which deck I should use? And today's Clash Royale video, I'm gonna give you the answer with the best deck for the new Royal Tournament. If you guys enjoy this type of content, make sure to subscribe, make sure to use creating good Morten in the shop, and I would say, let's dive jump into the deck, and I'm gonna show you why this deck is the best deck for the new tournament. So guys, the answer might be pretty simple. We got this lockbait deck, and since we don't have the lock in the deck, we had to put in a snowball. I think it synergizes the best with this type of lockbait deck. You could also use the Barbarian Ball instead, the Zap, the arrows, but I just personally think the snowball is the best option instead of the lock. And also we have to sub out the cannon since the cannon isn't available for this type of challenge, so we have to put another building. I was like had this decision between like Fan Tower and Bomb Tower. I think these are like the best building. If like a ton of people start playing Fireball Bait, you should use the Bomb Tower, of course, and if you guys don't, like face it a lot, and you face a ton of lava, a ton of giants and so on, use the Inferno. I think Inferno is the better option to start with, and I would say now I'm gonna explain you how this deck works. So guys, as you guys might see in the background already, I'm gonna show you this deck now on the top of ladder, because I need to kind of pre-record this to get it done in time. So I would say we're just gonna go for the princess here in the back. So yeah, it's pretty working similar to another type of, or like works similar in all of the lockbait decks you're kind of seeing, right? Like this deck is really similar to the deck which Riley is really good with, just with 2 substitutions. And Snowball, yeah, in some matchups it's honestly like better, I would say. Like if you face any type of Hawkeye deck, it just feels really strong, but also against Prince and so on, for sure the Snowball doesn't really do anything. So we're facing like a lockbait deck here, and not a lockbait deck, what was this Fireball? We're facing Royalock's deck, and he has a lock. So this is kind of a bad example, but it makes it even worse, right? Like most of the people will start using Barbarian Ball maybe in this type of deck, so it's kind of a similar thing. I'm just gonna go for my goblins here, and I'm just gonna go for the barrel, and we actually got the mini packer prediction. I know his deck, so I'm just gonna go use this here, and I'm also gonna go for pre-snowball here. I might get something. No, I don't get anything, but the Mighty Miner is just doing Mighty Miner things, and I can't believe the Mighty Miner isn't banned in this tournament, but actually the Archer Queen is, and also, which is even more surprising for me, the Skelly King is. So use the Mighty Miner in this tournament. Also another decks I kind of want to talk about is, one of them is like Lava Hound. Call the Legend actually says Lava Hound is really good, so this is exactly why I put Inferno in there. Also another deck which I think could be viable, like Hawk Cycle decks, and also Fireball Bait with Royal Wickets, with Barbarian Ball plus arrows, which is really good against my deck. This is what I also said, like why Bomb Tower could work. The thing is, like, why I don't really think this deck might be too, like, you guys gonna see it not too often, is that Lightning is banned. So Lightning normally a card which doesn't really do anything against this type of deck. So this is kind of what I thought, this is kind of why I thought, okay, a ton of people will use Fireball, so maybe Fireball Bait won't be too good. So I need to use the Snowball here. Also using an Ice Spirit here. Not the best defense, honestly. Like I should have played to go a little bit balanced this type of situation, but I can just go for the rocket here. I should hit all the piggies, and we're looking good. He goes in for a lock. That would have been a Barbarian Ball in this type of challenge, but yeah, as you guys can see, we're currently like a few steps away from Ultimate Champions League, and we're just destroying him absolutely. I'm just gonna go for the Snowball here. Snowball is coming down. His Princess doesn't really do anything, so I can just gonna chill here. If he goes in for Royal Hawks, I can just simply rocket that, and also like rocket Mighty Miner, 3-card cycle. Like if you guys want to really get better, like watch all of my lockbait videos. It works really similar to all of the other like lockbait decks. It's just kind of the same, right? Just with 2 substitutions, but it's kind of still the same, just a different building and 1 different spell. Next game up here versus I am DR. I'm Dr. Most likely. Okay, bro, I'm Morten. I don't want to see doctors any time in the future, please. Thank you very much. So I'm just gonna go Iceberg Goblin Barrel. Let's see what he has. I think Iceberg Goblin Barrel could be in this type of, yeah, he has Zap, so this is kind of what I expect, right? In this type of global tournament, this is a really great start. Nobody has lock, right? So arrows is like the most best answer against it, and Barbarian Ball. But if they have a Zap example, he needed to use a Valk plus Zap and still got 400 damage. So it just kind of proves my point. how good this combination really is. So he just uses his cage. I don't honestly know what I should expect now. Maybe like a type of lava on deck. Okay, he just uses also this. So my prince is coming down. My barrel will get some decent amount of chip. Could be also a balloon cycle deck. Okay. Princess is... Okay, he goes in for fireball. So I guess it's gonna be balloon cycle. I'm just gonna go Iceberg here. I'm just gonna go Gorbos. Gorbos are putting in a ton of work here, which is crazy great. And I might just use my prince in the back and getting some decent amount of volume of the princes. Okay. 1 minute 48 remaining. So I'm just gonna use my mighty miner. It seems like we have a big elixir advantage, makes also sense. And I'm just gonna go for the barrel here. And if he uses the Valk, I'm just gonna use my ability. It's a really smart ability, I would say. Oh, what an overcommit. You need to be careful here. I don't know if you have enough. He has enough for cage. This kinda saved his life, to be fair. Okay, I'm just gonna go goblins here. Just gonna go princes. I'm just gonna go snowball here. This is kind of where a snowball is really good. Like, I think they added like 1 year ago. I don't know when they added like more knockback to it, but it's really, really helpful as type of sedation. I'm just gonna go for my barrel here. Barrel's coming down, and I might just go for predictive ice here on top of the bats. Didn't work out. Was still, I think, worth try. He goes in for this now. Okay, I'm just gonna go goblins here like this to get like a good rocket and all of that. One absolutely cool rocket. I'm just gonna go prince at the bridge now to get a one shot. He will use a Valk. I'm just gonna use my mighty miner. Then I will use my barrel. So just kind of strategy right now. If you use an Inferno Dragon, I think I'm just gonna use, okay, use the cage. I might just use a barrel like this because I think he has fireball and cycle. So maybe misses the fireball. It would be one of the biggest mistakes of his life. What did you do? What was this fireball? I absolutely can't believe this. That fireball was absolutely ridiculous. Like, editor, you need to put this in a combination of 2023 of the highlights loot, dude. That's absolutely amazing. I cannot believe he missed this. Like, this is absolutely crazy. 8 seconds remaining. This guy is frustrated. We take another victory with this great deck. Next game up here versus an Asian opponent with a Packer in his banner. Good luck, buddy. What are you gonna do? Do you have anything prepared for me? Do you like me? Do you hate me? So he just uses goblins. I'm just gonna go for my barrel here. Okay. I don't know why, but I think this guy plays Hawk Exinator. Even like I don't have any feeling of that. I'm just gonna think this right now. It's just straight up my guess. Okay, uses Miner. This is the prime example of white. Miner won't be available. What is really good against my deck? Miner Mortar Control. Arch Queen itself. Arch Queen was so good against Lock. But I think Riley can relate. Like, facing Arch Queen with this type of deck is so annoying. So I think Riley is also... I think Riley is really happy about this Royale tournament and also about the bans. I'm just gonna use my ability. Why I'm using ability, it's always worth 1 elixir to get. Like, look at the damage we got there. So I'm just gonna go for my rocket here. I just hope I don't miss. I'm just gonna also use my ice spirit here. Why I'm using my ice spirit, pretty simple. I don't want to take death damage for no reason. And as you guys can see, we're so far so good. 1 minute 55. We're looking strong. We're looking good. And we don't need you to worry about that. So I'm using my Goblin Barrel here. Okay, I'm just gonna use my princess. He most likely just uses Snowball on his own. For sure, Snowball will absolutely there's a timing when the King Tower isn't activated. We're still able to kill all of that, but for sure it's even easier when the King Tower is activated. So I'm just gonna use my goblins here. Okay, let's see. I'm just gonna use my Ice Spirit here. But I think I am not able to protect this, unfortunately. So it's still okay. We still got some decent amount of work here. I just go for another princess here. Just make sure, because goblins, 4 goblins, 3 goblins you were able to let them go, right, and get some chip. But 4 goblins, they actually got like more, I think like 1k damage roundabout. So what I'm going to do right now is just going to use my Ice Spirit here. Oh, 1 Ice Spirit, 1 Snowball combination. Oh, this has to be painful for this guy. We got him. So, using my goblins here. I'm just going to use my barrel now. So this is okay. I'm just going to use my princess. Let's see if he's going to tornado. He's just going to snowball there. But I think this time we might get a shot. Yes, we do get a shot. Since the Mighty Miner was still tanking. I'm just going to use my Ice Spirit here. Okay, interesting decision. I'm just gonna go rocket this. No death damage since the knockback is helping me. But we also don't get damage. Doesn't matter, like the placement didn't really matter at all. Snowball would have been able to counter completely. Didn't matter my placement. And okay, I'm just gonna go for my Ice Bird here. Need to be a bit careful. I'm just gonna go Goblins. But as long as the Infernator is not doing stupid things, but the great thing is for us now that we have the Snowball, and for sure Log would have been way worse. So against Lava on decks, against Balloon decks, Snowball is actually the key. I'm just gonna use my Princess here. He cycles one in the back, so I'm just gonna use my Infernator early, cycling back to another Infernator pretty soon, I guess. Okay, I'm just gonna go using this, using my Mighty Miner here. Okay, that was an absolutely horrible Snowball. He thought that my Princess would die from that, but it did not. So I was gonna use my barrel. And I think he gave up. He might give up here. GG's well played. Let's go. What a great victory. This deck is, in my opinion, the best deck for the Royale Tournament. Let me know in the comment section. What's in your opinion the best deck for the Royale Tournament? As I said before, I think that the top 3 decks for sure will be this type of lockbait deck, which is absolutely devastating. And also, I think like some people said, Arrow's Fireball Graveyard decks could be strong. Lava on Arrow decks could be really, really strong. But also, the Fireball Bait deck. Fireball Bait deck from Osama, with the Golden Knight in there, maybe with the Golden Knight, the Cage, the Wicked, Zappy's Flying Machine, Arrows plus the Baron World. This is the kind of decks I recommend you guys, but this deck, in my opinion, if you play it right, is by far the best deck. If you guys don't want to miss any videos like that in the future, subscribe, and I would say I'm going to see you guys tomorrow when I hopefully am #1 in the entire world with this type of lockbait deck.